This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in Sports. I'm your host, Kenneth Binge. Joining me as usual is the 430. What up, B?
What up? What's good?
To my left, you guys can't see this right now, is FIFO. What up, Fee?
What it do?
I shouldn't have called you Fee. That was weird. FIFO.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was.
Like me.
It was. Yeah, I know you guys are probably surprised to hear this right now. But yeah, we just finished wrapping up recording Dead in Sports. So make sure you subscribe to that on YouTube.
Dead
YouTube.
in Hip Hop. We doing Dead in
We're
Sports.
doing Dead in Sports.
We just got finished
exactly.
wrapping up.
Listen,
See,
Dead
look,
in Hip Hop.
can't
We
get
at the
confused
studio.
twice.
We at Dead in Studio, and we got this is the one stop shop.
Exactly.
Shit.
So we do it all.
yeah, listen. Just to give you guys some context. It's 11:21 p.m. right now, and we just finished three videos. J. Cole comment video, so watch that. We just basically read comments from YouTube, positive and negative. We did a lengthy discussion on Childish Gambino's "This Is America" video, which was great and fantastic. Check that out. And if you're a Patreon or a patron, DMX, we did DMX, and you can hear why. You have to watch it to hear B's thoughts on DMX. So you want to check that out.
It's worth the price of admission.
Right. Plus, it's a 2-for-1 special. There's the Big L. We did that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that yesterday. So we were here yesterday. We're here today again. So while we're here, we decided to go ahead and preview the conference finals, which kicks off Sunday, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Sunday.
All right.
Sunday is Cavs and Celtics, and Monday is Rockets.
Yeah.
And Golden State.
So before I get into all that, let's do the little promo stuff. YouTube.com/Dead in Hip Hop. Subscribe to that. Subscribe to the Is the Mic Still On podcast. Kanye Trump. We just dropped the Avengers movie review as well. Subscribe to the homie, the Technical File podcast, the homie 12 Kyle podcast, and Chris Platty's Strictly Hip Hop, Strictly B-Ball podcast. Also, and of course, us. So subscribe to us as well. Philly had a grand opportunity to close out last night. Wasn't able to do it, up 4 with a couple of minutes left. So again, their inability to close out games haunted them, and every time it happened, I just kept thinking about what you guys said and what you guys tried to warn Q about, and those lumps. And the Celtics have been there before. They were there last year, and
But you know what was interesting about that game? Even in the waning seconds, Joel Embiid had an opportunity to hit that gimme.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this man, he's a 7-foot center that can hit threes, fadeaways. He got the Hakeem Olajuwon package.
Mm-hmm.
But when you needed 2 points, you went to your best guy, your best offensive
the
player.
closer,
Right? For that team right now. And he got as close as you wanted him to, and he missed. So for all intents and purposes, they played the game that they were supposed to play. And they got the shots that they needed to get, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
Now, watching that and me having experience watching so much basketball, the only thing I could attribute some of their late game blunders to is youth and inexperience and immaturity. And even TJ McConnell a couple games ago when they won the one that they won, he talked about it. He was like, the game, the previous game, y'all saw all that immaturity, whatever, but we cleaned it up. And they did. And for the most part, I would say that Philly really played Boston hard.
Mm-hmm.
For the most
they
part.
played them tough. Yeah, it
Philly
wasn't no
looked-
20-point, 30-point
Exactly.
games, nothing like that. They played them tough all the way through.
And Philly in stretches looked like the more talented
Yeah,
team.
they did.
They just couldn't
in all
close it out.
games. In all the games that they lost, they looked like it was stretches that they looked like a better team. And you was like, okay, Philly about to turn this around.
Yep,
And
and they didn't.
They didn't. So
Yeah. But I mean, look, Boston was there last year, and they lost to the team they're about to play now.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to the Cavs in 5? Remember 5, right?
Mm-hmm. Way better Cavs team though.
Yeah. Well, because they had Kyrie.
Yeah.
That makes a difference, but that Kyrie,
I wish he was playing.
Oh,
I wish
yeah.
he was playing.
Oh yeah. This is what we wanted to see.
This is what we wanted to see because I think we kind of almost predicted this at the beginning of the season. Like,
we knew
Kyrie versus LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mhm.
Like, can you imagine the storylines behind this if Kyrie was playing?
Yeah.
Jesus, I wish he was playing.
Yeah, it would have been
that
crazy. It's kind of interesting because I look at the 4 teams that are left, and we obviously know that the Cavs went through a lot of ups and downs and changes this year, and that the 4th seed, I think we mentioned earlier that they looked like a 4th seed in the Indiana Pacers series, and they did. But in the Toronto Raptors series, they look like
one seed.
Yeah.
but context. Like I think we need to understand that LeBron has a mental kryptonite against Toronto, and I don't think that you can take what we saw in that series as gold.
Right.
So you're
like
saying,
you can't cash that.
So you're thinking that they may turn around and look like a 4 seed again in this match.
I think so. I think Brad Stevens can definitely expose them of that, which is why I know this is super early, but bold prediction, I think Celtics can take this in 7. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Celtics take this in 7 games.
LeBron to lose a game 7 on the road.
On the road.
First time ever.
Finals.
I can see that happening.
Have you seen the numbers he put up in game 7s?
I can yeah, I know, but this can be. Remember we talked about like players having moments and stuff. This can be Brad Stevens' coaching moment. You know what I mean? Like, damn, he got
coach.
But
beat the player.
Beat the player.
But you know what? B, I feel you because you know I've been high on Brad
and I'm
Stevens
reaching. I'm like super reaching.
Yeah.
I'm just dead in sports reaching. I'm saying Celtics in 7.
I feel you, but see. The only reason
I like
why,
it. Go ahead. Jump out there.
The only reason why I have to disagree is because at the end of the day, Brad Stevens don't have a jersey on.
Right.
And you look, I've been a Brad Stevens supporter since day one. I remember being back at the old job that me, Ken, Mike, and Rod used to work at. I went down there because Ken used to sit literally across the way from my brother, and I would go down there and talk to both of them. And I know from the moment they hired Brad Stevens, I was big on him. Everybody, I don't know. This is the guy. And he has that moment, but at the end of the day, he doesn't suit up. So, and you're talking about arguably the greatest player of all time. Arguably. I won't call him that.
I know.
He is to me,
I got you.
but arguably the greatest player of all time. I don't know how much you can scheme for that. You know what I'm saying? And then here's the other factor, too. I think that at the end of the day, you need a supporting cast. And what we've seen from K Love recently, if he can continue
I don't think we're gonna see that from.
I
don't think we're gonna see that from K Love.
I said if.
Yeah.
I said if. If we can, if Kevin Love can continue the stretch that he's on, in addition to, and I always say the rest of those Cavs guy, I don't need you guys to show up every game. I need one game. I need one good game from JR. I need one good game from George Hill. I need one good game from the rest of you guys. I need Kevin Love and LeBron to be consistent. If that happens, I don't know how the Celtics overcome that, just because I think LeBron is just too much. And I know that they have bodies, they have guys. I'm big on Jason Tatum, big on Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown ain't backing down.
No, of course
he's not backing down.
Of course not.
He's not backing down. And I'm not saying that he's going to lock up LeBron. I'm just saying he's not backing down.
Of course.
These boys are coming.
He's going to match
This is not going to be Toronto.
No. These guys are not mentally weak. They're
beat
fighting before the series.
They're fighting.
Exactly.
They are
Toronto
fighting.
was beat before LeBron stepped on the court.
No. Celtics, they want this. They definitely want it.
And they want to prove a point. And I think that, it would mean something for them because I think Kyrie's the unquestioned leader of that squad, right? Like when he's on the court, they go as Kyrie goes. So I think that they want to win it for him, even though I know Kyrie's dying to be out there.
Ooh, I know he is.
I think that the other guys really want to win it for him. So we know that mentally these guys aren't weak and they're going to be prepared. But at the end of the day, the version of LeBron that we're seeing right now, I don't think there's a coach that can scheme him out of doing what he want to do. He's going to do whatever he want to do when he want to do it. Now, can you make it tough here and there? Of course. Yeah. But what LeBron, I get you.
LeBron is going to ball. I can definitely see him averaging crazy numbers in this series. My concern is just the rest of the role players. I don't know. JR, he hasn't really looked super sharp this entire postseason. Nah. Kevin Love, the series against Toronto is probably the best he's looked in a while, because people were saying he was Minnesota Kevin Love the way he was looking. I don't think he's gonna look that way. I think Al Horford is a smarter player. I think he's not gonna let Kevin Love outplay him. I don't trust Clarkson to be consistently great, even though I know you said you just need one game out of a couple of these guys. I think Tristan Thompson might end up on the milk cart in this series. I just don't trust the role players. I trust LeBron. LeBron gonna probably average like 37, 8, and 8. You know what I'm saying? This series, I trust that. I just don't trust the rest of the players. And then on top of that, you got Brad Stevens is probably going to outcoach the hell out of Tyronn Lue.
Yeah, that's definitely going to happen.
Those factors is why I'm saying Celtics going to edge this one out. I just think LeBron is going to have to do too much. He's going to have to do too much.
But what is too much? Like every time that we think that it's too much, Bron does.
He's going to have to play damn near almost 48 minutes.
But see, but in this series, I don't think it's that. I think against Golden State, you can't take him out. Like, he got to play every single second.
I think it's going to be the same way with this one because them role players ain't going to do nothing, FIFO. Watch.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I
don't trust them role players. I don't trust them group of guys he got. And then we just talked about Hood.
We did. We talked about it on the last podcast. But you know what? He could be a seeker weapon going to be deployed at some point in time. You know, just like I said. I said in the last podcast that he should have played, right? Because obviously every game his minutes were decreased to the point where he didn't play, right? But at the end of the day, we know what his skill set brings to the table. And even though he hasn't played a good game, maybe this is the opportunity that he gets to turn it around. And you never know, man, especially with Ty Lue and all of the changes happening with Cleveland. You know, Jetty gets minutes here and there. You know, like nobody outside of the core guys really gets consistent minutes. So you never know. This might be an opportunity just because of the matchups. You have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. These guys are bigger, like Rodney Hood, 6'8" wings. He may need to put a lineup out there that consists of Jeff Green, LeBron, and Rodney Hood. He just may need that length. Even if he doesn't shoot that well, he can be a seeker weapon. He could be an X factor in this. So at the end of the day, I feel you, B-Man. Look, some of these role players, they be on the mid-card.
Yeah, man.
And I would never bet any money on which game they're going to show up. But if just one of you guys can just show up for one game, that can be the turning of the tide right there. So, again, what is too much for LeBron? Because we've seen time and time again, he'll make an improbable shot, come back down 3-1 in the finals. We've seen him average a triple-double. Like we've seen him do everything. What is too much? Like, I don't know. I think what is too much is going to be too much LeBron for Brad Stevens.
Yeah, I'm with you, B. I'm not picking the Celtics, though. I'm not crazy. I think you know what? It's really this simple for me, man. To be the man, you got to beat the man, and until somebody beat him, right now I can't pick against him. You know, and I understand the genius of Brad Stevens, but that same Brad Stevens was there last year. Did they play the year before? That same Brad Stevens was there when he took 2 of 3. You know, in the regular season this year. And, you know, like FIFO said, Brad Stevens isn't stepping on the court. And I think that matters. Because LeBron is a basketball savant. Like he's when it comes to coaching, he's probably just as good as Brad Stevens. We just haven't seen it yet. He just does it on the court. And I just think the Celtics just gonna have to take it for him. And I'll just have to eat my words when it happens. You know, but I just can't. Not without Kyrie. If Kyrie was there, you know,
You'd probably be singing a different tune.
Gordon Hayward, I still would pit the cows because you just got to prove it to me. Hey, you just got to prove it to me, man. You got to prove it to me. But
with them missing them too,
Terry Rozier, you know, for all intents and purposes, I know you 1-5. Like, if LeBron was on that Sixers team, you know,
let's not play those hypotheticals.
Okay, all right. If it took you, Giannis took you 7, you know, so LeBron is just the better player in the East, and I'm gonna ride with the better player in this one. Lou is a risk because I don't know what the hell he's gonna do. The role players are a risk. I think they're not gonna try to scheme LeBron out. I think they're gonna try to scheme Kevin Love out, and then everybody else. And I think he's going to try the Casey thing possibly.
I've seen a lot of people and a lot of different theories as to what's going to happen and how Brad Stevens is going to try to defend LeBron and this, that, and the third. And I think, honestly, because of LeBron's skill set, you can't try to take everybody else away. Because even if you do, you still have to contend with that bad man, LeBron James. And LeBron wants to pass the ball. And just natural basketball defensive rotations. If you get beat, you have to help. Doesn't matter at that point. Once your defense is compromised, you have to go to some type of rotation.
But they're quick on their rotations.
They
they're
are,
really
they're long.
Yes.
And they're long. They understand where they want to go and how they want to go. But at the end of the day, you can't beat the pass. The ball is faster than the man. That is fundamental basketball 101. So LeBron is great at finding the man and creating the angles to get it to the open guy. So with that being said, I don't know how you're going to scheme out everything. And I think I'd be very interested to see what Brad Stevens comes up with, but I don't think that he's going to take the approach, let LeBron do what he wants and we'll shut down everybody else. I think what you need to do is try to shut down Bron by double teaming Bron, even though he wants to pass and get other guys involved, mainly because I don't trust those other guys. And if those other guys, if JR beats you, then it is what it is. You go home and say, hey, shit, they beat us. You know what I'm saying? If Jetty beat you, then if Tristan beat you, the thing is, to me, in this series, with the type of players that they have, I can't let Bron beat me.
Yeah.
Bron is not going to beat me. Well,
they worked on different plays and sets in Toronto, so we'll see if they stick to that. If they stick to that and actually run an offense, that's going to be hard. But if it's LeBron is the offense, it may be a little bit easier because it's him versus the role players.
So who do you got? I know you say you got Cleveland, and how many?
I got Cleveland 6.
Cleveland 6.
I got it.
I take Cleveland 6 as well.
Yeah.
Boston 7.
Boston 7.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. Moving over to the Western Conference. I mean, top 1 and 2 matchup we all expected: Rockets versus Warriors.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah,
too much firepower on both sides. Yep. Nobody else in the Western Conference outside of OKC beginning of the season,
right?
We thought that we thought had enough firepower to match, these other squads. But definitely Golden State. They've always had the most talent. They definitely have the most talent, and they've been relatively injured this entire year.
They had an up and down season.
Up and down season. At points in this year, they looked a bit disinterested. I think it's hard once you make so many finals, you play so much basketball, and your true goal, right? Because not every team in the NBA's goal is to make the finals. Right. That's not possible for everybody. Right. But Golden State knows that we just gotta get to the playoff.
Draymond said it. Draymond kind of said it. Like they asked for us, but we don't care about them. We just want to win the title. So exactly. if they just happen to be in the way,
exactly, it is what it is. And and it's not really about chasing any type of milestones anymore because they got the 73-9. What'd that get them? They didn't get on the chip. So at the end of the day, I think they're ultra focused now. Steph is still working himself back into Steph Curry mode. We've seen it in glimpses. He's too great. You're still going to see it even though he may not be 100%. KD is shooting over any and everything in the NBA right now. So seeing them, they look like more of a well-oiled machine than Houston does to me at this point. Yeah. That game 6.
They was on cruise control all season.
What was that? Game 5.
Both teams only lost 2 games.
Yeah, they have the same exact record. And then what's crazy? Who has the third best record in these playoffs?
Cleveland. With only one more loss.
Exactly. So it's very interesting. I think all of the storylines and everything that's happening is very interesting. But Houston, to me, I'm a bit concerned with them, mainly because of James Harden. And every time, and I was just talking to my brother the other night about this, every time the stage gets bigger, James gets smaller.
He said he was sick. He was under the weather yesterday.
Flu game. That's all out. Flu game. Yeah. So to me, when you are an MVP candidate and a legitimate MVP candidate, sick don't matter. You got to perform. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. Even if you don't score, was he getting other people involved? Was he breaking down the defense?
He was sick.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. If you on the court, I don't want to hear that. But I think they're saving grace. Obviously, that game 5 was CP, and I think CP wasn't going to be denied. And I think CP can kind of taste it. But when you look at the firepower on both squads, it just Golden State has more consistent firepower. And they have so much firepower that no matter who's in the game, they still can out-weapon Houston. And that's what that's why this series is concerning to me. The other factor is both James Harden and CP in big moments have come up short. So I don't trust them.
But
the same way
CP3 stepped up.
He stepped up.
41, 10, and 7 or 8. No turnovers.
That's the crazy part. And I'll put it to you like this. If CP can have at least 2 or 3 games with 0 turnovers, that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But I got Golden State, man. I just think Golden State has way too much. When I watch them play, they are honestly the best team I've watched with my 2 eyes. I think the second and third best teams that I've seen play, no particular order, but the 96 Bulls and also Showtime Lakers. I don't think I've seen a better collection of talent outside of those Showtime Lakers than this Golden State Warrior team. I think they have the most. And because they have the most and they have the unguardable guy, and I told you I feel like that's going to be the determining factor is KD. Houston does not have nothing for KD. Can they match?
Trevor Ariza?
Come on.
PJ Tucker?
Come on, man. Look, now
Kevin Durant's a cheat code, man.
Exactly.
Stop.
And that's not taking nothing away from those guys because those guys are really good basketball players. But like B said, KD's a cheat code. And I don't think Houston can match that. Can they match a Klay Thompson? Can they even match a Steph Curry? What CP did last night is Steph Curry-ish. Right? A different version, a different, whatever, je ne sais quoi. But at the end of the day, if he has a performance like that against Steph Curry, he's matching Steph Curry. Right? So it's KD. And the way KD's playing, I got Golden State in 5, maybe 6.
Ooh, disrespectful to the number 1 seed. You know what, man? I think for me, Golden State has.
Why is this? You act like this is hard for you to pick.
It is.
Why?
It ain't that hard.
Yeah, it ain't that hard.
I'm going with the Rockets.
Oh, get out
and what? How many games?
I don't think they'll close it out.
Because they got home court advantage.
It'll have to go 7. It'll have to go 7.
How do you see this playing out? Because I'm very interested to hear this.
Yeah, how? And the way they look kind of a little shaky this past series.
They do look shaky.
Come on,
they do look shaky. I am concerned about Harden's play. I think CP3 obviously is going to get off, but I think Klay Thompson is going to be checking him. So I think that's going to be a problem. And then they could probably put KD on him. So if they elect to do so,
who's Steph going to check?
One of them dudes chilling in the corner.
Yeah, they'll probably do that.
Probably Trevor Ariza
or
maybe
PJ Tucker or somebody whoever they have in the game.
Yeah.
So I think Kerr is definitely going to do something like that because I think he did something similar to Drew Holiday. So I can definitely expect them to see that take place. But I think that look, man, when you ask for somebody and they've been your number 1 target, and I think that I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the emotional part of the game, the fact that those are the guys that I want, and we think we're better. And I'm sorry, B. This is my Celtics pick. Okay, damn it. This is me. I'm doing you now.
Celtics
I'm doing you in the
West.
West.
It's a little closer.
Yes,
than this.
it is.
Come on.
How?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is.
No, man.
Nah, because Rockets been balling all year.
What I've been telling y'all all season, Warriors been on cruise control. This playoff has woke them up. You pretty much woken a sleeping giant now. Now that Stephen Curry is back.
The switch.
Yeah, they flipped the switch. You could tell, like y'all just said about Draymond Green's interview and stuff. They didn't hit the switch. They know what time it is now. This is postseason basketball. It's a wrap.
6.
It's a wrap. 5. Warriors in 5.
So disrespectful.
I'm only giving Rockets 1 game.
Wow.
Yeah, that's another bold prediction. Rockets getting 1 game. Warriors gonna whoop that ass.
They got home court advantage.
That don't mean nothing.
What that mean, Ken? That don't mean nothing.
94 by 50. That's all that matters.
Ken, at the end of the day, if you trying to win the chip, you got to win one on the road. That's pretty much rule.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Golden State they're gonna get one of these first 2 games, and then that's a wrap. That's all the Rockets gonna get.
If Golden State shellac them boys by 20 plus in this first game, it might be a sweep.
Didn't Golden State win 3 or 4 from them this regular season?
Regular season don't even matter.
No, it don't.
It don't matter what the series is.
At this point right now, it don't matter.
To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Yep. And this is a moment. This is where if James Harden, like FIFO just said, he as the lights get brighter, he go missing. if James Harden can really step up, and like you said, they can pull out and win this game in 7 series and beat the almighty Golden State Warriors, I would shut up about James Harden.
Oh yeah,
I would shut up.
Oh yeah,
I would shut up.
This is set up for him.
Everything that he's done in the past will be erased.
This is a legacy series for him.
For James, hell yeah, it is.
But not just for James and we have to add CP
and D'Antoni.
Let's have that discussion further Tuesday.
Okay,
we can dive into that.
We will.
But about CP3 because I kind of sort of disagree with that a little bit. But.
Yeah, but James, this is legacy. If James Harden beat the almighty Golden State, what? Kevin Durant, Golden State,
and I put it to you like this: even if they don't win, James Harden can't come up short.
Right? He gotta
come out there.
He gotta be doing what he was doing in the regular season.
Exactly.
he gotta be doing what he was doing in the regular season.
Even if they get swept, even if it's
he gotta be out there.
He gotta be out there 35.
He gotta be out there trading baskets with Durant.
50-point triple-double.
Okay, Durant, you doing that? Oh, okay, bam. Let me do this. Oh, Stephen Curry, you doing that?
Y'all can't guard me.
Y'all can't guard me.
The whole squad
can't guard me. Let's go.
You gotta be on that.
Let's go. I want to see that.
Yep.
I want to see that from James Harden. I don't want to see you fading out. Going 4 for 12 and only 12 points and then only 18 points this game and barely hitting 20. No, I don't want to see that.
Hey, James Harden got to be 28 plus every game. Every game.
I think he got to be 30 plus.
Or that too.
That's why I said 28 because it's right there.
Yeah,
okay, I got you.
28 right there.
You got to.
At a minimum, he got to be 28.
No.
Well, they've been talking a lot of mess all season long. They got what they asked for.
They're confident. And like you said,
I don't know if they're confident.
I mean,
they gotta be.
They gotta be confident.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't know.
I think when you have CP as a leader, and especially the type of performance he had last night, you're confident.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're confident.
You know what?
He's confident.
They're confident. They got what they asked for. They wanted them boys.
Yep.
They're waiting. So now they got to go show and prove.
And you got home court advantage. Let's go.
And that's what you played for. You played for
home
court advantage because
you got this. Show and prove. At this point, show and prove.
Yeah, and I think they're on record as saying in the past that if they would have had home court advantage, they could have beaten the Warriors.
Yep,
so.
They did. They did. So
see, I don't believe all that because that's the same thing Toronto said.
Yeah, I know. So you got to show and prove, man. This gonna be. I hope this is gonna be some good conference finals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It is. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just the storylines, just all together. You know what I'm saying? Yep. The redemption of James Harden. Fading away in big moments. CP finally getting to the conference.
Not only finally getting to the conference, but
first time
taking them to the conference. Then.
He was the reason why they
got in. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because Houston was looking shaky.
Exactly.
It was looking shaky.
D'Antoni, can he start to quail some of these questions?
Right.
You know. And then from the Golden State's perspective, this is going to be their 4th time in a row into
I think in 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4th time in 5 years.
Yeah.
So that takes a lot of mental toughness to overcome that. The injuries are they ready to get into an outlie? Damn, I'm saying this shit wrong. Are they ready to go to battle basically? Because out of any team in the NBA, the only team that has enough firepower to say, you know what, we can outscore you is Houston.
Right.
No other team can take that approach. Other teams are gonna have to scheme. Oh, we gotta start this guy, or we gotta take this away. Mm-hmm. Houston is like, okay, you know what, forget all that. We're gonna score more. That's the only team that can do that.
You know who else has to be big? And if he continues to play like he's played, they don't stand a shot. You guys are going to be right. Eric Gordon. Oh, yeah,
he got to play
MIA. But not only Eric Gordon, I think an X factor could be Gerald Green. Mm-hmm. And I think they could turn to him because, he can light it up at any moment.
Just like JR.
Yeah, he's very streaky. Yep. But when he's on,
it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
But Eric Gordon is the key coming off the bench, can get you 30. Mm-hmm. Can get you 30.
Easily.
But if he's been playing the way he can't hit anything, he looks terrible. Mm-hmm. But then it might be a sweep. But I'm betting on him getting his stuff together.
and I was about to say, man, shoot. And me and B, if y'all don't know, we still hoop. And at this point in our careers, we're definitely primarily shooters. And we go through stretches, but then all of a sudden take that one jumper. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit, you ain't stopping me today. So I definitely think
and the opponent, right? So maybe they're gonna get up more,
of course,
to play the Warriors. Looking at Minnesota, all right, yeah, we got them. Yeah, Jazz, all right, yeah, we got them. Ricky Rubio hurt, forget it. We can play around with them. But the Warriors, maybe they'll come like fully focused and full attention, like let's go get this thing done. So we'll see, man. But we're not gonna go on much longer. So we just wanted to pop in, preview this, give you some of our early storyline and takes, and obviously we'll cover the series as it moves on. So again, subscribe to the channel. Somebody said they want us to do video. We're going to start working on video. We're going to try it tonight. It just didn't happen.
Yeah, and also, since this is the conference finals and probably the finals, and we do have our own studio, we're definitely going to try to live stream some of us watching it. Again, with the studio brings new content, new ideas. So we're definitely going to be trying to do something like that so you guys can technically hang with us. So we'll probably have pizza and drinks and, all that type of homie type stuff and watch the game.
Yep, I'm with it. So that's it. That's going to do it for us. We out. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.